Ooh, two of my favorite things are coming together. Let's talk. What up, viewers? What up? What up? Today is Friday, September 25th, and that means it's time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. And the biggest thing that happened in video game news this week, by far, and possibly even the year, is Microsoft bought ZeniMax, the parent company for Bethesda Softworks and all of its other studios, for the $7.5 billion. Whew! A lot of money. But, whew, yeah, so let's start breaking it down. So yeah, so they acquired all of the IP associated with Bethesda Softworks, so that includes Doom and the Elder Scrolls series, Fallout, and Arcane Studios. So all of the other, id Softworks, all the other pieces of it. So they acquired it wholesale. They get all of the IP. They get all the studios. And yeah, this is one of this is the biggest deal by far that Microsoft's made. They've been buying up studios left and right, with the acquisition of Double Fine and Compulsion Games, and a couple other studios that I can't think of right off the top of my head right now. But yeah, I really think that this is a good decision. I think ZeniMax and I think Bethesda has always been playing in the like PC, mostly PC focused console realm. I feel like a lot of people are really fans of their games on PCs. The Fallout series, I think, definitely leads on PC. So I definitely think that it kind of plays into the areas in which Microsoft is looking for people to be in, is like kind of this PC console hybrid, and I think that's definitely what Bethesda has been built off of. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of like reorging or restructuring around that, because they're already playing in all of the same places. Um, that I think it's really funny. Some of the cool things that I saw in some of the articles this week were now that Obsidian is now has access to the Fallout IP, maybe we can get Fallout New Vegas 2, or whatever Obsidian wants to do with their with that. But I'm really excited for this. I've been I'm a Microsoft shill, as you all know. Even though I play most of my games on PlayStation 4 for now. I'm a huge Bethesda fan, so I'm really excited to see what they do with the Fallout series. And yeah, I really think this is just a really big, awesome acquisition. I think this might have a lot of echoes or future future things that'll come out of this, especially around Game Pass. I think they've already announced that Doom Eternal is going to enter into Game Pass. So it's really exciting to see all of that. And I think they officially announced that all future Bethesda games are going to be. They already announced that Starfield will be coming, will be day and day launch on Game Pass. So yeah, I think Microsoft's been looking for a big move, and even more of a seller for Xbox Game Pass, the best deal in gaming. Ting. No, the best. I really think it's the best deal in gaming, but yeah, I think they've been looking for something to help push that. And I think Bethesda is going to help them do that. So I was also seeing how this stacked up to other big deals in the gaming space. Not quite the biggest deal ever in gaming. Tencent acquired Supercell, the mobile game developer, for $8.6 billion. Some people estimate the Activision Blizzard merger costing a couple $1 billion. And then EA's bought a couple studios for close to $1 billion a pop, like Visceral and a couple other studios. But yeah, this is definitely a big move in the gaming space, and I think it only helps. I think it's only going to help, and I really think that it's going to be a good partnership. So I'm really excited about it. That's why I'm tripping over my words. But let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. Other news that isn't ZeniMax and Microsoft: Hades launched this week, the new Greek roguelike game from Supergiant Games, the company behind Transistor and Pyre and Bastion, some of my favorite artsier style games. It is officially launched. It launched this week with a 92 Metacritic, so I haven't picked it up because I've been watching a lot of gameplay on it. I've watched almost too much gameplay from early access, but it definitely seems like they've added a little bit more to the game now that it's officially launched. It's been in early access since December 2018, so this definitely isn't the first time some people have gotten their hands on it, but I think at that time it was an Epic Games Store exclusive, and then it launched on Steam after that. I don't know if it was a couple months after that or even like a year later. And they've already announced they've sold 1 million units, but 700K of that is from the early access. So yeah, in less than a week, they've already sold 300K units. So it's definitely popular. I'm definitely seeing a whole lot of it. All my friends are talking my ear off about it. So I definitely got to pick it up, even though I've seen a lot of gameplay. And with a 92 Metacritic, it definitely seems like a game that you want to be playing. And I'm personally thinking of buying it on the Switch because I definitely feel like I can pick it up and play a game, while I'm doing something else or while I'm traveling or something like that. So definitely a game that I'm going to want to have access to and have on me at all times, and that's perfect for the Switch. So I think that's where I'm going to be buying it. But let me know if you pick it up and what you think of it down below in the comments. There's a rumor now. The video game is nothing without a lot of its rumors, but there is a kind of a theory, or I think there's a little bit more hard evidence around that a Mass Effect Trilogy remaster is coming to next-gen consoles next year. It'll probably come on both sets of consoles, both current gen and next gen, but I think most people will be buying it on next gen, and it definitely sounds like something that I bet it's been in the works for quite some time. The Mass Effect team after Andromeda has probably been working on something like this to bring people back into the Mass Effect series, and hopefully they're also working on another game, even though Andromeda didn't perform to expectation. But yeah, I actually haven't played the original trilogy. I only played Mass Effect Andromeda, so I wasn't always a fan of the Mass Effect series. I played a lot of the Dragon Age series, and the combats felt very same because they are. And so, even though the BioWare storylines were very powerful, I also grew up in a time where the Mass Effect 3 ending controversy happened. So that kind of soured me to the Mass Effect games. But hopefully I can come back to them and play them in a trilogy next year. So hopefully that rumor comes true and it gets officially announced sometime soon. Amazon announced a big move this week in the video game news. They are launching a cloud gaming service, much in line with Microsoft's xCloud or Google Stadia. They announced that Luna, their new service, will be $6 a month, and you'll be able to stream. They only had like a dozen or so titles. Off the top of my head, there was Control and Plague Tale, and those were the two that I think that I can remember. But didn't really have a big robust list of games that were wanted. They did talk about the compatibility, that it'll be compatible with both PC and Mac, as well as iOS, Chrome interface, as well as Amazon Fire Sticks. They also had a picture of the like purplish kind of burgundy color of the controller, and they allowed people to sign up, and I've already signed up. But so you too can make all the mistakes that Stadia made for only $6 a month and the price of a controller. So let me know what you think of that down below. Thankfully, it's not just Amazon games, because those games haven't been very good of late. So I think they're also partnering with Ubisoft to get some Ubisoft games on that. And another platform is always good for all the publishers out there, besides the first parties. So I can definitely imagine seeing partnerships from other big publishers coming to this new platform. And I don't know if Amazon will stick to their guns, kind of, unlike Google, which I feel like I haven't seen anything new or exciting coming out of Stadia in quite some time. So I feel like consumers have felt their reluctance to do more with it. But hopefully Amazon sticks to their guns, builds in support. There's gonna be a lot of things that need to be done to start off with, especially with connecting people. I assume Destiny will be on this because it's on every other platform. But yeah, I'm hesitant to jump into this one, even though I've already kind of signed up for the preview. So hopefully I get in and my internet's fast enough, because that's always the issue with these cloud streaming services. They also had a picture in the article I read that showed like I don't know what game that was on, but they had the whole controller with the kind of with the cell phone rigged to it. So they're definitely selling it on all the right ways. So hopefully, hope and $6 a month is also a lot cheaper than Stadia is like $15 a month for their Pro series. So maybe there'll be a free version if you want to interact with that. I have Fire Sticks in my house, so I'll definitely be trying that out if I get into that preview. So looking forward to that. With all of the fuster that happened last week with the PlayStation 5 pre-orders, the Xbox pre-orders went live this week, and they were just as screwed up as the PlayStation ones. Even though they had a very specific start time, everyone knew about it, but still the retailer websites were crashing. I woke up right on time, started trying to access it. I got to the final page on Walmart, and I hit confirm purchase, and it was blank and it was sold out. I don't think Best Buy was launched on time, and Amazon had some weird interface that it just kept, like, anytime you clicked on the button, just kept going to kind of like a product page and not like an actual buy sell page. So it was still screwed up. I don't know that this is on the manufacturer. I definitely think the retail sites just can't handle the kind of traffic that they're seeing, except for Walmart. I guess I got to give it up to Walmart. Target had a bunch of issues, but Walmart at least allowed me to get pretty far. They just sold out quicker than I could buy it, which was like minutes. So, kudos to Walmart, but everyone else was just a big cluster, and it sucked. And hopefully we will get, pre-orders will open up again. The one part I do disparage the manufacturers for is not allowing more to be pre-ordered. I would assume that they have a large number that they've divided up amongst the retailers, but I would figure that they would be able to forecast this a little bit better, and that you would have more. But and I don't know that people are going to go into stores to buy this, especially, maybe people will, but especially in a COVID world, I would hope that they wouldn't want to incentivize that, because I'm not going to get COVID to get my next gen console, but I definitely want to be able to order it. So yeah, speaking of pre-orders, PlayStation 5, Sony also apologized. They said, my bad. They said, it's our fault. We definitely didn't mean to give everybody mixed signals. They had definitely promised that consumers would have enough time to make their decisions, in order to make their purchase. So Sony acknowledged that they did bad, that they're going to open up pre-orders again soon. So be watching for those as well if you want to get your PlayStation 5 pre-order, which I definitely wasn't. I also wasn't able to get, because again, the whole who's live and who's not was just crazy. So yeah. Moving right along, the Video Game Awards are officially confirmed, coming in December on the 10th. So very excited for that. I assume off of the back of One Night Live going so well that they proved out that this kind of thing can happen, that this kind of like show can happen even in a COVID world. They already said that it's going to be held in the same Microsoft Theater, but it won't be there won't be anybody in the audience. So hopefully they still can be put on the production value. You can still feel the production value. You won't get the crowd, but I think One Night Live kind of showed that this kind of event can still happen with the kind of a live interface, as well as being able to show off gameplay and all the stuff that they want to do. So that'll be exciting. I don't know how that actually handled the physical awards, because I believe there is a physical award, but looking forward to watching those. It's my favorite gaming event every year. I really like them. I even put on a contest sometimes where if people can guess, and if they can guess better than me, I have my coworkers. I have like a $50 Amazon gift card on the line with my coworkers, kind of betting to see if they can beat me, because I'm usually pretty good about guessing the game of the year, and there's like 30 categories, and I can usually get about 15 to 17 or so of them right. So but I haven't won it in the last couple of years that I've been running it, so some people are always just a little bit smarter than me. But I'm excited for the Video Game Awards, and I hope you are too. Besides the fact that Game Pass just got a little bit better with the Bethesda acquisition, Game Pass is also adding Vermintide 2, which I'm excited to play, and Night in the Woods. So, Game Pass is always going to continue to add more titles. I think they're up to 180 or so now. And with the Bethesda titles, they're going to get even bigger. So, I'm excited to play Game Pass. If anybody wants to play Fallout 76 on Game Pass with me, I'll probably be on that, even though I already own it on PlayStation 4. But yeah, Game Pass always adding more and more titles. The greatest deal in gaming. Game Pass, ding. Animal Crossing's Halloween event is going live at the end of the month. So on September 30th, you will be able to run around your island and grow pumpkins. You'll be able to dress up in ghosts and goblin outfits. They'll have they'll have candy that you can buy in the store, so you can actually do like trick-or-treating stuff. They will also have like new emotes, so it'll all be pretty exciting. I'm excited for the spooky stuff. I just have to log into my Animal Crossing, which I haven't done in 4 months or so. So I assume that my island will be, all weeds, and I'll have to pick those. But looking forward to jumping back into Animal Crossing for the Halloween event, because it definitely looks like fun. Baldur's Gate Early Access came with both good news and bad news this week. The good news was that they released more information and content around how relationships will work in the game, and they definitely went into very explicit details in their video. But the bad news was that they will also be pushing their early access by a week. So it was supposed to be on September 30th and has now been pushed a week to October 6th. So the early access is still happening, it's just a week later. So for those of you who wanted to be playing early access Baldur's Gate 3 next week, you have to wait 1 more week. And I'm definitely waiting for this. I'm trying to think if I've had too many kind of overworld RPG, action RPG games, but definitely looking forward to Baldur's Gate 3. Last but certainly not least, the Among Us sequel that anybody who's been following the news around the super successful Among Us game, the developers, Innersloth, have been posting about, at one point they were saying that there was going to be a sequel because it wasn't, it was too costly to add to the game because of the way it was built. But now they're saying that there is no longer a sequel. They've nixed that, and that they are going to go into the effort to add more content into the base game. So for those of you who are hoping for an Among Us 2, you can just look for most of that content coming to the regular Among Us. So that's very exciting. I'm very much looking forward to more and more content and potentially some quality of life upgrades. So maybe in-game chat. I think that's one of the things that in-game voice chat would be great, or bringing it to consoles. I know that they said they were having difficulties bringing it to consoles, especially with that most people play it with keyboard chat as opposed to like on a voice chat. But I would think that PlayStation would allow, PlayStation has Party, so wouldn't people be able to do that via? Wouldn't people be able to talk via PlayStation Party and play Among Us? I don't know. I'm not a game developer, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this content. If you do, follow, like, and subscribe to me on YouTube and Twitch so you can see more great content like this. Links down in the description below. Thanks again. I hope you have a super day. I hope you have a super weekend. And I hope you have a super day. Bye.